with the land is 3 cents in the dollar. So imagine if all of a sudden you owned a home in Auckland and the government all of a sudden wants it and can take it off you and say we're only going to pay you 3 cents in the dollar for your house. How would you feel? Those are the mamais that harbour deep inside a lot of the whānau here. You've got to understand the whānau here. They're very staunch. There's two hapu, we all come together, we have hapu huis. We're going through our tribunal claims at the moment. What I asked everybody to do is get on the internet and register yourselves on the internet for Patukeha and Ngāti Kota, because we've got to build up our numbers to be able to justify to the government our treaty claims. So just go into Te Rāwhiti Marae and you'll see there, open up and register yourself under your mother or under your grandmother, your connection to Patukeha and Ngāti Kota. Unfortunately, that's how the Crown looks at us. If you've got low numbers or you're nobody, I think you've got to reach 2,000 or more before they start listening to you. Okay? And just on the treaty claims while I'm standing here, because this is a good place, because this is the place where all our tupunas are lying. At the moment, we're the only two hapus besides Waitangi and Karatu Ngāti Manu that are sitting outside the circle of Ngāpuhi Nutunu. We don't believe that we should be heaped into 344 other hapu. We believe that you got to understand it wasn't iwi that signed the Te Treaty, it was hapu chiefs. Of course the government don't recognise hapu because there's too many of us. But that's where we are now. There's only 4 hapu outside Ngāpuhi at the moment that don't want to go in with Tūhora Nuku or Maranga Mai, and it's been very challenging. It's been very challenging, a lot of arguing going on, a lot of whawhais. Me and Ringa, we started off. I'm an applicant on behalf of Patukeha Hapu along with Moka, Kainga Mata Puru and Shirley Hakaraia with our claims for our hapu. And it's been a very long journey. I remember me and Ringa used to go to all the huis, but I like to think there's always a bright side. There's thoughts here that we shouldn't even settle with the Crown. We shouldn't even settle with the Crown until we get at least 50 cents in the dollar. Another thing they believe in staunchly here, our hapu, is money don't mean anything to them. All they want is their land back. But that creates a big problem. Most of the land here is private land, so you can't get it back, but the Crown will compensate you for that land. Last, the Department of Conservation has got a massive estate in here. That's the dock estate, public reserves, all the islands. So our whakaaro of the two hapus is we want all the dock estate to be administered by the hapu, who will be the kaitiaki, the guardians, similar to the tūhoi model in the Uruweras, and that's an interesting concept in tūhoi. Nobody owns the Uruweras. The Crown doesn't own them, Māori don't own them, but Māori are appointed as the kaitiaki, and that's how it used to be prior to 1840 anyway. So that's the history at the whānau mākati rā o Korero. I hope you found it interesting. This is a beautiful place. We've got to be mindful of the other whānau that's coming up here, so that's my kōrero. Kia ora tātou katoa.
Kia ora. So for our family, we've got my mother who's over there, my older brother Ringa who's there, and then we've got my nephew and niece which is down there. But if you have a look at these kohatu, these stones that are there, you know, if you have a look around, there's some that are leaning over, some that have fallen over, but if you have a look at our four, they're absolutely level, strong, won't tip over. So when you're doing it, do it properly. If you don't do it properly, what happens? It subsides and it falls over. And that's why we redone my dad's in Matarawa, because it had leaned over. So it's now done properly. So when you do it, I mean, we respect our people, then you put some time into doing it properly. You walk through most of these Māori cemeteries, some of them are fallen over, they're leaning, and that's disrespectful. So that's our korero for here. We shall now go down to Te Rautawa Omakiwi. Now there's two ways to get there. You can actually stop on the road and go through the gate, or if your vehicle's good enough to go over the humps of the pine trees about 50 metres before the forestry gate. I should have got the key to the block.